The question is no. Rather, the answer is no. Now that we are speaking about Gor Mahia, last week they were taking on Shabana at Gusii Stadium. And after that match, a day after that, Shabana released, the gate collection. And they said, you know what? Shabana vs Gor Mahia FC ticket sales, we collected a gross revenue of 5 million shillings. Asante sana for all those who made it to Gusii Stadium for a match against Gor Mahia. It was great seeing the stadium painted red and white. Thank you for the love and support. 5 million shillings. Gusii Stadium has a capacity of, I think, if I'm not wrong, Ishtemi, 10,000 or 12,000. Now, Davis Mberia. FC Leopards played Gor Mahia at Nyayo Stadium. Capacity of 20,000, they collected 7 million. These guys collected 5 million in Gusii.
Na isi kwamba ndilo swala ambalo pakubwa limechangia ama limekuwa mojawapo ya masuala ambayo yamechangia mechi hii ya Gor Mahia derby kutoandaliwa ama kuahirishwa. Kwa hivyo Gor Mahia awali walikuwa wamesema kwamba hatukubali pendekezo la shirikisho kuandaa mechi pale Ulinzi.
Davis, hapana, Davis, you are drifting. Hao watu wali collect 5 million in Kisii.
Nataka niambie hapo kwa Leopards.
They collected 5 million in Kisii. FC collected 7 million at Nyayo with 20,000 people. I know you want Shippy. Davis is trying to run away from it. But let's be honest, let's be realistic. I mean, we have to ask ourselves lots of questions in regards to this.
Robinson, pia angalia pia taratibu ambazo zinatumika pale, mipango, wale ambao wanahusikana.
Hakuna story na taratibu. 20,000.
The reality is
Siuseme tu kwamba there is no accountability.
Exactly. But FC Leopards came
it's not only AFC Leopards.
There's nothing actually.
That's accountability.
Tuongee moja. Eshtemi.
Mberia, you are running away from the curing the problem. You are just trying to beat around the bush. The reality is it's all about accountability, because looking at the capacity of Gusii and they managed to generate such amount of money, that tells a lot. Because also, you need to give credit where it's due. Shabana are so good at being transparent. Look at how they've been trying to come out once their matches have been honored. They come out clearly and say, maybe we have collected 1.2 million against Nairobi City Stars. We have collected 5 million against Gor Mahia. Something that Gor Mahia and FC have been running away. You find that a 12-capacity stadium has produced 5 million, but a 30-seater capacity stadium, that is Nyayo, has produced maybe a paltry 3 million, but 7 million.
FC Leopards walijitokeza wakatoa.
No, that is questionable. That is questionable.
You see,
questionable.
Probably, Eshtemi, what Davis is not understanding, Gusii Stadium is a 10,000 seat.
10,000,
unaelewa. Nyayo Stadium is 25,000. Yes. So there is no way Nyayo can be filled to capacity. They get 7 million, and then Gusii Stadium is filled to capacity. They get 5 million.
Simple mathematics, brother.
Yes, Abu.
You see, it's something that has even what you are saying at the release walitoa mahesabu ni pressure tu. Pressure kwa sababu Shabana imekuwa pia ikitoa na inaonesha how it has been trying to account. Now wenzetu wao walitoa tu ili kuonesha kwamba, but when you go through it and you compare with
waliosha basi,
precisely when you compare with the expenditures and such things, you see that there is a problem somewhere, and that's the reason unaona kwamba 7 billion na 5 million difference is 2 million.
Lakini Robinson,
na hapa watu walijaa mpaka pomoni.
Pia kuandaa mechi hapa jijini Nairobi.
How much is it to book? How much is it to book?
How is it expensive?
FC Leopards.
Yeah, but how is it expensive?
You are so passionate about this.
Cedric, in 30 seconds before we move on to the next.
I thought it will be expensive
to book Nyayo Stadium. Now, let me educate Davis. To book Nyayo Stadium is 100,000 shillings a day.
Sports Kenya.
Can even be paid by one person.
To Sports Kenya. Cedric, 30 seconds. What do you feel about this?
Robbie, It's not that we were born yesterday not to experience how soccer has been actually handled in Kenya. Some of us actually we have grown behind the radio listening to this soccer, and we were admiring at one particular point we'll have actually had access and the privilege of watching these soccer live in the stadium. And when back then, when Nyayo was not the same Nyayo that we are seeing, FC Leopard actually was being filled, Nyayo Stadium was being filled to the capacity. And this particular team, the FC and the Gor, would actually run their operatives depending on the goal get collection, and it used actually to work very well. Ezra Sambu came on 4, and due to get collection, he literally managed FC Leopard to accolades after accolades. So when it comes right now, when Nyayo Stadium has been recarpeted, it has been given a new face, he has actually given seats that you can account. Remember, back then, there were terraces. You couldn't tell the numbers, but right now you have seats, you can count, the accountability is there. Gate collection should produce maximum amount of money depending on that particular stadium.
And one thing, Cedric, one thing you know that we should be clear about, Shabana, hawakuongeza bei. Match day tickets for VIP ilikuwa ni ile ile, for regular ilikuwa ni ile ile.
So as to say, Robi, clearly what is coming out here is that there has been bluntly lies that is coming from the CDs called the two big teams. And fans are the one actually who are bleeding as in deep into their hearts. Reasonably because they work hard in their given, in quotes, their coded language, Mjengo. They get that little money. They save, even they go starving just to go and watch a game. But at the end of the day, their money does not actually live to the fore. They does not get the result that they deserve actually from that particular.
Nyinyi mnavutwa sana na mtu ya Shabana. Nyinyi amuoni mnavutwa na mtu ya Shabana sana.
Sio hii sio story ya mtu wa Shabana. As I was saying, as I was saying, this is what I'm saying. We take a short break. We'll be back. We'll be continuing this conversation. Remember, we have the Champions League matches played this week. We'll be taking a look at some of the surprise finalists in the Champions League, Europa League, as well as the UEFA Conference League. That will be after the break.
You know, 30%.
I know, I don't know. I don't know.
Waliingia steady bila kulipwa.
I don't know. I don't know.
30%.
Those are the things. Ongea hapa, mbona unaogopa? Ongea.